All right, welcome in today. Another beautiful day for some high school lacrosse. It's the LaSalle Rams taking on the Barrington Eagles here in another matchup from LaSalle Academy. National anthem about to begin as we have a great matchup and a beautiful Tuesday evening here for some lacrosse. Tim Duffy on the call here today for Fans Only Sports. Follow our Instagram at FO Sports for highlights after the game and our website, fansonlysports.com, to watch on demand. Another great rendition of the national anthem, pre-recorded, but albeit it sets the tone here at LaSalle Academy. 12 minutes on the board. LaSalle and Barrington squaring off for the first time in 2024. We're in for a good one here today. LaSalle coming off their first loss of the year against Cheshire High School from Connecticut. This one about to get ready to go. Doing the coin flip as well before we start things off. About ready to begin. And we'll start first on the, this is actually a coach had to get something off the field. We're underway. And face off, Tamiko trying to win it, and he'll not get it on the pickup, and it's picked up by Barrington to begin this one. Onson to you. Inside, that shot. She's trying to set up the pass, and Cowan will scoop it up. This one flies in the air, picked up by Ronan Peterson. Peterson putting on the Jets across the midfield. What a beautiful evening we have here today. Peterson kicks over to Hayes, and this one will be turned over. So they're going to call the push first, actually. And it's against Troy Van Ness. far side with his Jake Wilson behind the net. It's over to Hayes, back to Wilson. Wilson, low pass, scooped up by Lachlan Gott. Wilson. Peterson spins. And this one's intercepted by Ben Paralak. Barrington trying to get on the board first, and a whistle blows. This one's going back to LaSalle. "90 seconds into this game and counting. Here's Lachlan Gott. Over to Wilson. He fires that one on net, and it's saved. What a save there by Grant Isdale. Starting goaltender for the Eagles. This one on the ground ball. It's picked up by LaSalle. It was Lachlan Gott getting it. Here's Wilson. Spinning and trying to create his own shot. Was Gott pass inside for Bradley. He's going to go warp back to the X. Gott spins. Nowhere to go. LaSalle having a great game getting the ball on target of the net until Brighton. God, that one goes through his mitts. And the ground ball will be picked up by Drew Bradley. LaSalle in this series dating back to 2016. They've won 14 in a row against Barrington. Here's Wilson. And an offensive foul. Right back to Barrington. Here's Quinn McNamara, and a flag is down as well. As they point it back to LaSalle, and the flag, this is going to be against McNamara for a hold. So it'll be the first man-up opportunity of the game. And it belongs to LaSalle, trying to go up in front. Peterson over to Bradley. Swings it out, Hayes. Bradley over to Peterson. Peterson scoops it up for Lachlan Gott. Here's Bradley on the cut. Hayes going to spin, shoot, and that one hits the side of the net. It'll stay with LaSalle, though, as there is just 8 seconds left on the man-up chance, and Barrington gets the takeaway. On the move, Jack Robinson. Robinson slings it across midfield. Paralak couldn't hold on to it. Racing after is Colin Hope. And Hope gets hit in the back, and that's going to be a foul. And Hope, he's been the best player on this Barrington team for a couple of years now, dating back to his freshman year in terms of goal scoring and everything else in between. And try getting him for one there. Saw him have a couple here last year. LaSalle blowing out the Eagles by halftime. That shot gets tipped, and it'll find Kelly. Ryan Cowan will scoop this one up before crossing midfield. Gets over to Lachlan Gott. He's been a big difference maker this season. He scored in the last couple home games for LaSalle. Connor Perrin, who's had a big role offensively this season. Gott swings it out. Bradley. Bradley working on Ryan Owens. Owens keeping up with him, and Bradley's going to retreat outside. Hayes. Matt Hayes trying to bounce it in, picked up by Bradley. Back to Hayes, trying to set up a good shot. Hayes spins on Robinson. Inside cut. That one gets saved by Isdale. And Isdale denying Ronan Peterson. And Peterson is collapsing on Van Ness, who's trying to get out of there. And this will be a Barrington turnover. Back to the Rams on the plus side of the field. Perrin to Bradley. LaSalle trying to answer as we're almost midway through the quarter, and that one is saved again. Isdale, I think, got a piece of it. May have hit off the side of the net, but it looked like Isdale did make some contact with it. Perrin. Marino. Marino inside. Hayes gets shoved. He takes a shot and he whiffs on it way over the top of the net there. Bradley. Got. Pumps. Wiggles through traffic. Got. Gets knocked down on the shot and it's picked up by Paralac. Barrington with some stifling defense here in this first quarter. They have bent but not broken, and that's a bad turnover. Paralac just dropped the ball. Lachlan got. Hey. That's good. Turnover here against LaSalle. At midfield, it's Jack Robinson. Robinson, that one's almost intercepted, and now putting on the Jets. McNamara puts it in traffic. Hope trying to get there, and Fattori will box out and allow Ryan Cowan to get that one. Cowan up to McNamara, and Quinn McNamara going to get through traffic. Flings it across his body to Marino. Marino shot wide to the left. Bradley fires and scores. Finally, LaSalle gets on the board, and it's none other than Drew Bradley punching in the first of the game. D'Amico win the faceoff. He didn't win the first one. D'Amico going to take off. Trying to get inside and gets his pocket picked from behind. Loose ball flies in the air. Hayes will pick this one up. Swings it out. It's Roadhorse over to Bradley. Bradley moving around. Hayes with the ball. Hayes inside to Bradley on the cut, and that one hits off his stick. Picked up by Ronan Peterson. Inside, Roadhorse got that one knocked down, intercepted by Troy Van Ness, who's been active defensively, and Bradley's going to poke it away and keep this one from going out of bounds. Bradley gets shoved, and they're going to call the push on Van Ness. And Barrington fans and parents not liking that one with 4 minutes left here in this first quarter, presented by Warrior Lacrosse. Peterson gets some space, gives it up. Hayes gets a lot of good room, boxing out and doing himself for the second Rams goal. What a play by Matt Hayes to use the space to his advantage and punch in another one for LaSalle. We saw him have 8 goals in 2 games last weekend. 9 actually. 3 against North Kingston on Friday night, and then 6 against Cheshire in the loss. Leads the team in goals this season. The Providence College commit. And D'Amico is going to win this face-off. Wilson. In stride, cutting inside. Peterson. Spins, gets some space on Gavin Nelson. Gives it up. Hayes, another low shot, scores again. Matthew Hayes with his second in the matter of seconds. And it's 3 on the board for LaSalle here in the first quarter. So Miko and TU on the face-off and a false start against TU. Going to stay with the Rams again. So possession always a huge factor in LaSalle games as Peterson gets that one ripped away. He's going to pick it back up. And fight for it in the corner. And they're going to give this to Barrington. So they say out of bounds on the line against the Rams. Van Ness going to launch this one across the field for Jake Ignall. Here is Ignall. Down 3 is Barrington. Ignall gets a screen. Inside, good cut. That shot going to get saved by Kelly. He had Dylan Edwards on the cut. It looked like it was a good look. Best of the game easily for Barrington so far. But Kelly, the freshman, makes another big save. Here's Luca Fattori. Swings it out, Roadhorse. Bradley. Bradley gets inside, pass. That shot is knocked down and swatted away. Quinn Peterson had a good look. And they say Barrington is there first. Good hustle by Gavin Nelson, the LSM. Isdale launches down the field. That one's intercepted by Quincy Marino. Marino inside to Bradley. Bradley on the cut. Oh, he had a good chance and whiffing through the midst of A.J. Rollo. Bradley able to body a defender and get it back. Rollo, Roadhorst. Back to Rollo with 75 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rollo inside. Bradley fires wide to the left, and that one will stay with LaSalle. Hayes. So we got a minute to go here in the first quarter. Hayes inside. Peterson trying to slip it in, can't. And it's going to go back to Barrington here. Ignall. Going far side. He puts a stiff arm on Hayes. Oh my good. Ignall. Over to Hope. Hope gets it ripped away by Fattori. Another good play by number 18, Fattori. Marino. Hayes scores. Number 4 with the 4th LaSalle goal, and he's scored the last 3 for the Rams. His 3rd straight game with at least 3 goals. So LaSalle doing what they do best. That's scored in the last minute of the quarter. And coming up, the second quarter is where they score their most goals. D'Amico winning the face-off here. Giallo presumptuous as Barrington's going to come away with it. Here's Hayden Knight with 10 seconds. It's knocked away. Final 5 ticks. It's poked loose again, and the clock's going to stop with 3 seconds left. There's a timeout for Barrington. Take a timeout too here on Fans Only Sports. There's still 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Final 3 seconds. The clock just went by itself, and they're going to put 3 seconds back on, and here it is. Ignal, got to get it off. It's a long 3 seconds, and that's going to end the quarter as Roadhorse takes it away. 4-0. The score here this afternoon. LaSalle on top behind a goal from Drew Bradley, 3 straight from Matthew Hayes. So when we come back, 12 more minutes on the clock. Here in 2 on Fans Only Sports Network. All right, second quarter action as we switch sides with LaSalle up 4-0. D'Amico, he's lost a couple face-offs today, not this one though, as he wins it on to you right there. D'Amico going far side and trying to cut in the middle, set something up here, working from around the net and bouncing it home for another goal is Miles Marino. And it's the 5th Rams score, and they get it just 16 seconds into the quarter. Rams, I mean, it's no secret. They blow almost everybody out in the state of Rhode Island. This not looking any different so far. As they beat Mount St. Charles 20-5. They beat North Kingston 18-4 last Friday night. So their second home game against a league/Rhode Island opponent. As Marino gets that one picked from behind. It's the other Marino, Quincy. And here is Quincy Marino inside. Bradley gets some space. Falls out of his stick. Hayes picks it up or can't. Marino trying to help out. And this one is scooped up at the end by Van Ness, who lost it. And Bradley able to reclaim possession for LaSalle. Here's Roadhorse. Inside. What a play. And Hayes with his 4th. Set it up beautifully. Matt Hayes knocks in another one. That's number 4 gets goal number 4. And it's 6. A crisp half dozen with 2 goals coming in the first minute of the second quarter. Hayes with 4. I mean, what more can you say about this kid? Here's D'Amico off the faceoff, has a lot of space. D'Amico scores off the faceoff. Comes just 8 seconds later, and you know, we've seen him do that before, and it's 7-0. Did it all himself, and I think he was waiting to do that this year. And he knocks it through on that one. $10:59 to go. So that's 3 goals in the quarter so far. 61 seconds in. And I just mentioned this is their best scoring quarter, and that is going to be a rare LaSalle turnover. So it was Hayes trying to get it over to Bradley. Right back to Barrington. Here's John O'Connell. Isdale coming out of the net this time. Isdale going to launch this one downfield. It will be over the intended man. Edwards couldn't hold on either, and it's scooped up by Devin Mora, and he lost control of it. Ignall on the ground ball. Trailing 7-0. This is the Rams team that lost a good amount of players after last year, but they had so many young pieces that they're developing, and this chemistry looking like it's the most on point we've seen in the last couple of years covering this team. McNamara able to get this back for the Eagles. Guarded by Cowan. McNamara thought he got hit in the face for a sec, did not. Swings it out, almost hits the official. Instead finds Peyton Hillier. Hillier kicks to Paralak. Peterson on him, Paralak. Spins out of it. Here's Ignall. Jake Ignall gets it poked away by Mora. Paralak will scoop this one up. And Peterson almost sliding in there to take it right back. There is a flag down for that inside. So a free play now for Barrington. Paralak. Roadhorse knocks it loose, and now they'll address the penalty. This will be the first of the game. And it's a push against LaSalle. It's against Ronan Peterson, and it's 30 seconds against Peterson, who will jog to the box. First man-up chance of the game, and this one is in and out of the mitts of Ben Paralak, and they'll let it go out of bounds. Smart play by Roadhorse there, and just kind of sums up the game so far for the Eagles. Self-inflicted wounds. This one downfield for Torrey over his stick. Who wants this ground ball? It will be Barrington after miscommunication there by a couple of Rams, and it'll go right back to LaSalle out of bounds as Nelson couldn't catch up to it. Here's Marino. Fattori. Inside shot. Bradley got it saved. Bradley trying to scoop this one back up. Nelson collapsing on him, and this will stay with the Rams. Man up chance over, by the way. Not like it really even mattered. Hayes inside. Marino falling down, and it's going to be in the crease first for Marino. Unable to get his second of the quarter. Robinson. Hayes gets all over him, and Robinson throws it away. Here's Lachlan Gott. Spins and kicks. Bradley. Bradley backing on his defender. Bradley feeds. Shot goes wide for Matt Hayes. And he'll stay with LaSalle. 7:25 to go here in the first half. Rams up 7. And that pass a little bit too tall. LaSalle trying to keep it on the plus side of the field. And Barrington will scoop this one up. It's John O'Connell going backwards with it now. And O'Connell just nowhere to go. He's in no man's land. A couple of Rams bodying him, and the white jerseys will not come away with it yet. And now they're going to give it back to him on the push. So back to the Rams. They find Bradley immediately, kicks. Hayes inside. He scores his 5th of the first half. Matt Hayes just keeps them coming. He never stops with this guy. Great setup from Drew Bradley there. D'Amico wins the faceoff, and he had the exceptional faceoff goal in this quarter. It's 4 in the quarter, in the first half of the quarter for the Rams so far. They had 3 in the first 61 seconds of the second. Bradley going to angle it right, spins inside. Bradley gets a shot off. Oh, a laser beam from Drew Bradley. Number 2 for Mountain Drew, and it's 9-0. The onslaught continues. Face off here. It will be fought for, and it's poked up ahead by Van Ness, or by TU rather, and gets shoved at the end of the play. He'll stay with Barrington for that, and TU, I mean, he's given D'Amico a really good fight on these face-offs. He's won a couple, which not many Rhode Island can say in a game, let alone in a half. And Barrington trying to get on the board for the first time this evening, down 9-0. He scored 6 times against LaSalle in the stadium last year. I believe 4 or 5 of which came in the fourth quarter, in pure garbage time. We saw North Kingston score 3 in the fourth quarter the other day. Here's Cowan. He launches, and that one gets saved by Isdale. Isdale's had some impressive saves. And this is going to be another turnover off the foot of Owens. Cowan. And another turnover. This time against the Rams as Bradley couldn't scoop it up. Not a great pass from Cowan there. Ignall up ahead. Nice feed. It's his brother Dylan Ignall. Presumably. Quinn McNamara. Guarded by Ronan Peterson. 5 and change to go here in half number 1. Ignall. I believe if it gets to 10, then we'll have a running clock for the second half. But here is Ignall. Backing down his defender. Ignall fires, and Kelly with a great save. Up ahead to Lachlan Gott. A little bit too much on the pass, and it will be scooped up by Gott. And Gott gets it forward. Matt Hayes, can you do it again? Pump fake, shot, double digits for LaSalle here in the first half. And a double hat trick for that young man right there. And are they going to count this? We're talking about it after the play, and it looks like, yeah, it will stay on the board. 10-0. The score, Rams behind 6 Matt Hayes goals. He scored 3 in each quarter so far. So 6 from Hayes, 2 from Bradley, 1 from Miles Marino, and 1 from the man doing the faceoff right now, Dante D'Amico. Took it half coast to coast. And D'Amico will win another face-off here. It's Hayes. Getting to his spot. Hayes kicks inside, and Quinn Peterson off his stick. Hayes picks it up with some space, gets it in the middle for Marino. Falling down, Marino going to poke it in on the low shot, finding the empty side of the net and making it 11-0. 7 in the quarter for LaSalle. They're just playing games with Barrington right now. 4:36 to go here in the first half. Hasn't even been close once. I mean, LaSalle off to a little bit of a slow start. Took them about 6 minutes to score. Here's D'Amico off the faceoff, looking for another one maybe. And he'll fire that one. Gets saved, and Barrington will pick up this ground ball, and when you're up 11-0, you can do stuff like that. This one launched across the field, coming off the bench, trying to make a play here, and they can't. It's Roadhorse picking it up for the Rams. I don't think Hayden Knight even really knew where that one was going. Wilson with space, with the shot, with the score. A bullet from Jake Wilson. A dozen first half goals for LaSalle. With 4 minutes to go here in the first half. I don't know if the Rams, took something personally that Barrington said for the game, because they have not pumped the brakes whatsoever here in the second. That's 8 in the quarter now for LaSalle. In 8 minutes played. And this one's going to get kicked off the face-off, and Riley trying to scoop it up, can't. Pickering will get there for Barrington. Ronan Pearson trying to say none of that. It's still loose. And now got some bodies flying. D'Amico will pick this one up at the end of it, and they're going to call a push against the Rams in the pile. Barrington ball. It's Ignal leading the possession. Swings it out to Colin Hope, who has been quiet today. Hope spins, trying to back his defender down, kicks it inside, and Kelly with another rejection. He had Tiu there. Looked like a surefire shot that was going to squeak through, and Kelly with another impressive save. He's going all the way with it now here. That shot gets saved. Roadhorse almost took it all the way in. And after some congestion, Hayden Knight comes away with it here for Barrington. Van Ness. Near side, it's Ryan Owens. Owens. Back pedals, kicks it out on the move, and this will be either a turnover or Riley picking up, and Riley tries to. And they're going to blow a whistle first. A hold against Barrington. It's going to be LaSalle ball. 2:20 left here in the first half. 12-0 the score in favor of the Rams. Riley. Or Fattori, rather, gets it. His pocket picked from behind by Gavin Nelson. Here's Evan Anderson. And now Hope getting tripped up. Hope gets back up and scores, plus the foul. So Colin Hope puts Barrington on the board and gives them a glimpse of hope. With their first goal of the evening with 1:55 to go here in the first half. And it's Devin Mora who is going to the box on the penalty for the Rams. On the trip on Hope, he got back up and just punched it home, and he was some great handles to be able to hold on to that ball falling down. It's a minute penalty for Mora. D'Amico tripped up, trying to get this one back, and he will. Over to Roadhorse. Roadhorse looking to launch, gives it up. Here's Hayes. Hayes from around the net, kicks it inside. Shot saved. Marino gets rejected by Grant Isdale. 30 seconds left on the Barrington man-up chance. It's been all LaSalle in the possession, though. Roadhorse to Hayes. Hayes spins. Hayes gets through. Hayes can't hold on. And whistle not blown yet. It's still alive. Isdale trying to cover up. And he does get on top of it. Under a minute to go now here in the first half. Here's Van Ness leaving it for Ignal. Ignal feeds that one through the mitts of Hollier. Riley going to scoop this one up, and they're going to say Hope tripped up first, and this will be against LaSalle. Stay with Barrington with 40 seconds to go here in the quarter. Blow it dead. Say they should start it somewhere else. And now we're back underway. Here's Tiu. Gets through, kicks. And Hillier trying to pick it up, and he gets it ripped away by a Ram. It's Peterson. Bradley, nice catch. Bradley fires. Too tall. 18 seconds for the Rams. They can take the last shot of the half. Flag is down. It's going to be against Barrington. Will likely be addressed in the second half as Hayes with 5 trying to get this somewhere. Hayes is double teamed, nowhere to go, and this will end the first half. Rams open things up with a dozen straight. Barrington able to get one on the board before the end of the half with Colin Hope punching one in, but Matt Hayes, 6 goals in the first half for LaSalle, a couple apiece for Bradley and Marino, and we got a 12-1 game at the break in favor of the home team. So when we come back, 12 more minutes on the board, LaSalle up 11. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network. All right, 12-1 as we begin the second half. LaSalle opened up the game with 12 in a row. Barrington got one late in the half as LaSalle starts the second half with a running clock and on the man-up chance. With the penalty late in the second quarter coming from Dylan Edwards, he's going to take 30 seconds in the box. As Barrington trying to cut this deficit, LaSalle trying to expand it. As we're probably going to see some reserves play for a lot of this second half. They're not coming out with them in this third quarter, though. So the clock will run unless Barrington can cut this to single digits, then it will stop again. As long as it's a 10-plus goal deficit in the second half, the clock will continuously run. Yeah. Al starts the second half with the ball because of the Dylan Edwards penalty. Trying to punch one in on the power play. Here's Peterson. Leaves it for Lachlan Gott. Gott inside. Hayes does it again. 13-1 as Matt Hayes, number 7 today. He's got 16 in the last 3 games. Sixteen of these in 5 days for Matt Hayes. What a season he's having, the PC commit. This clock continues to wind down, and they're going to call a false start on the faceoff from Monsantiu. Perrin. Hesitation, puts on the Jets. Perrin puts in the back of the net. Another goal for the Rams. As Connor Perrin knocks one through, and it's the largest lead of the game for LaSalle, 13. Couple touchdowns on the board for the Rams. So many they've scored today is the onslaught continues. They're keeping, their star players in the game as well. This one is poked up in the air. Hayden Knight recovers it for Barrington, and Peterson trying to knock it away. That's actually Riley, rather. And it's going to stay with Barrington. Ignall. Look out from behind. He spins out some trouble from Riley. Ignall on the move. This one's going to slip by Monsantiu and be picked up by LaSalle. It's picked up by Lachlan Gott. Great movement here. Brighton got through his stick, and he gets shoved from behind. They're going to call the whistle for that one. Here's Gott to Hayes. Hayes is defended by Robinson. Hayes' jump shot gets saved. What a save by Isdale right there. Isdale gets it there over to Matt Pickering. Rather, it's Van Ness, and now on the move with it. Ryan Owens is Barrington. They've only scored 1 goal today. It was Colin Hope who scored the goal, and Owens was looking for Hope on the cut there. Instead goes backwards and feeds to Hillier. Hillier swarmed by a couple of white jerseys, gets out of it. And whistles blow, and this will be a timeout called by Barrington. 9:04 here in the third. 2 on the board already in the quarter for LaSalle. Hayes with one, and then Connor Perrin with another one. We'll be right back here on Fans Only Sports Network following the timeout. Right back here following the Barrington timeout as the Eagles trying to get their first of the second half. And starting the possession here will be Quinn McNamara. Swings out to Hope. And Hope going to cut right, spin it back left, takes a shot, and Kelly with another spectacular save. Here's Lachlan Gott breaking out. Kicks. Marino, a little bounce pass to Hayes. Hayes, cross field feed, and it goes over the top of Peterson's stick, and it'll be a turnover for the Rams. And another timeout belongs to LaSalle this time. Actually, no timeout. I heard over the walkie-talkie up here there was a timeout being called on the field, but there was no timeout called. And it's Colin Hope, actually rather Ben Paralick. Paralack, he's picked up by A.J. Rollo, swings it over to McNamara. McNamara over to Hope, and Hope puts it in no man's land, not on the same page as Mora, able to pick it up for LaSalle. Kelly flings it down the field. He's got Marino, gets a little screen. Marino pushes it up ahead to Luca Fattori. He's got a lot of green grass in front of him. Fattori on the move. It's A.J. Rollo. Bradley back to Marino. Fattori to Marino again. Marino gets it knocked loose out of his stick, and it's picked up by Barrington. It's Ryan Owens struggling to hold on to it. Gets it to Van Ness. Troy Van Ness in pursuit, knocked from behind by Miles Marino, and it's still on the ground, poked up in the air. Mora able to get the ground ball back for LaSalle. He's had a few of those in this game as Kelly launches across midfield. What a feed, and Wilson couldn't hold on to it. Hope put his stick up there. It looked like he was going to get a piece of it, and I think that's what threw Wilson off. Hope, nice little deke on Marino. Cuts inside, gets back to the outside, stays on his feet. Off the hip from Hayes, still going. Hope trying to go all the way with it. Hope takes a shot, and Kelly makes the save. Almost took it all the way, and Mora fighting for it on the end line. It will be last touched by an Eagle. Now a flag is down. It's going to be against Barrington. Making his way over there to the box is Quinn McNamara. And it's a 1 minute penalty locked in. I think it was away from the play. I didn't necessarily see what happened there, but LaSalle with a chance to balloon this lead up to 14. They got up 15-1 in their last in-state game against North Kingstown. The clock stops with 5:16 to go. I think they're just trying to get this one all set and say locked in for a minute penalty. Peterson. Over to Gott. Bradley. Kicks. Peterson. Feeds. Wilson. Good movement here. It's Marino back to Wilson. And Peterson off his stick. It's going to be loose. And it'll be bounced back over to Wilson. 40 seconds left on the power play. Marino. Back pedals. Back to Wilson and a timeout called by LaSalle with 4:50 left here in the third. 34 seconds left on the power play. 14-1, the Rams on top. All right, following the LaSalle timeout, they're going to jog back on the field. Still working with about half of this power play. 34 seconds left on the penalty. And here's a great play. They set up, pump fake, shot gets knocked down. Hayes looking for his 8th goal. Couldn't get there that time. Isdale with another rejection. And he'll fling this one into traffic. It's going to be bounced back to the other goaltender and Kelly. And it's going to be against Kelly. So here's a good look for Barrington. They can't do anything with it as the penalty expires. So Salle couldn't do anything with it there. Here's Grover Moran. He draws a flag. Peterson. This one's going to be against Ben Paralak. Free play for LaSalle. Lachlan Gott. Coming off the bench, Wilson explodes. Just gets a full head of steam. Wilson. Swings out to Gott. Peterson. Bradley. Peterson goes right, spins it back left, gets some space. Ronan Peterson shot too tall. Gonna go hit the fence over there too. So Salle maintains possession. This game brought to you once again by Warrior Lacrosse. Some of the best lacrosse help there, as well as Paralak in the box for a minute. So here is the man-up chance for LaSalle. Gott. That's it knocked away. Wilson trying to hold on to it, and it's kicked forward. And no call for a hold or a push in the back right there against Hayden Knight. Barrington able to get the ball back, and stepping out of bounds with it was Robinson for the Eagles. 30 seconds left here on the advantage for LaSalle. Here's Lachlan Gott. 2 minutes to go in the third. Peterson, Bradley. Little pump fake, swings it left side. Wilson thought about it and now retreats back to Peterson. Bradley. Hayes. I mean, they're just really not taking anybody off the field here in a 14-1 game. Peterson inside off the stick of Gott, and it will be picked up. Bradley gets it saved. What a save by Isdale again. And then down the field, Ignall couldn't hold on to it. And picking up instead is Dylan Edwards, and Edwards tight ropes the sideline, stays in bounds. Riley picks him up defensively, and he gets rid of it. Here's Edwards. Or that was rather McNamara with the pass inside for Hillier off his stick. It'll stay with Barrington, though, as we're approaching the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. Just 2 goals in the quarter combined for both these two teams, both from LaSalle. Hayes with 1 and Perrin with 1. Barrington trying to add on to that. What a move from Ignall to get some space. Ignall gets in the middle. Ignall takes a shot and puts it through. What a play from Jake Ignall to get it over Kelly's left shoulder, and it's the second Eagle goal of the game. That's something to cheer about for the Barrington fans here tonight, as we're looking at 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. D'Amico. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Bradley passed a little bit too high for Marino, and this will be close to the end line. Doesn't matter. It's going to end the quarter, and it's still a blowout. 14-2 the score. LaSalle leads by a dozen as we got 12 uncontestedly ran minutes coming up here on Fans Only Sports Network with the Rams up 12. All right, final dozen here from LaSalle Academy. That's what the Rams are up as well, as they're well on their way to improving to 3-0 in league play. D'Amico wins the face-off, swings it out. It's Matt Hayes who's still on the field. Marino over to Hayes. Hayes spins, tries to get some space, kicks it on the move. That shot scores. Nick Ferguson punching it in. And it's goal number 15 for the A. Nick Ferguson with the goal, assisted from Hayes. So the Rams are just putting a lot of nails in this coffin. Only their third goal of the half, though. So, I mean, the Rams definitely take their foot off the gas pedal when they're leading this much. This, is their second straight home game against a state opponent that was running clock for the second half. As, they're pretty much known for dismantling anybody in the state of Rhode Island. Here's Colin Hope. That's a big reason why Salle has won 16 in a row against Barrington at least. I mean, I didn't even track all that data because it just was the same result every single year. Good move to get some space from Paralak. He ends up losing his balance and kicks over to Jake Ignall. There's McNamara. McNamara takes it, and it's saved. And they say it goes in. It actually went in. Wow. So Quinn McNamara with the goal. It snuck its way in there. It's not Connor Kelly in that anymore. It's Tyler Graham, and he has a little bit of a whiff on that shot as looked like he had it, but goes by his stick and into the net, and it makes it a 15-3 game. D'Amico wins the face-off this time. Again, he's going to pump fake, look to shoot. D'Amico does, and it's a little bit too tall. Looking for his second goal off the face-off, and he had a great one earlier. Couldn't that time. Marino backing down his defender and Van Ness. Here is the other Marino, Quincy, losing his balance. O'Connell defensively on Quincy, gives it up, and it's another shot and score for Matt Hayes, number 8 for Hayes. He scored half the Rams' goals. And it was Marino dishing it to him, and Hayes licking the plate, punching in his 8th. Eight goals for Matt Hayes. I mean, when you think it can't get any crazier, he had 6 against Cheshire, who was a nationally ranked team, who actually beat LaSalle on Saturday, and he gets 8 in this one. This one is intercepted. And it's Riley. Almost got that one knocked down. Riley will pick it back up. It's Mason DePalma. He gets rid of it. Ronan Peterson. And now we're starting to see the Rams take off some of their key players. As Pearson will hop off the field. A.J. Rollo. Now charging through, trying to get a shot off. Kicking inside was Bryce Lopes, and Lopes trying to get this one back. It bounces awkwardly. And Nick Liu able to scoop it. Here's Quinn Peterson. Peterson almost had a chance for a goal earlier. Couldn't punch it in, though. Here's Lopes looking for that lefty shot. Will backpedal and dish back out to Peterson. Bounce pass over to DePalma. Now I think this is the time where we see LaSalle, get some big garbage time goals. Inside, and there is a shot that gets saved. O'Rourke gets denied. Lopes kicks back to the top. It's Liu. Rollo. Back over to Lopes. Lopes goes right. He'll spin. Rollo in and out of his stick. Rollo gets some space. That one too tall. So we've seen LaSalle through their first 3 Rhode Island games against Mount, North Kingstown, and Barrington. They are averaging 18 a game, and that could go up depending on how these last 6 minutes go. Peterson looking to add one more. Just goes to show how deep this Rams team is, and that one knocked down on the pass for O'Rourke, and it's taken back by Hayden Knight. The LSM using that long stick to his advantage, and Knight gets it knocked out of his mitts, picks it back up, cuts inside. Sets up some good offense here as it's McNamara. Can shove by Lopes, and Barrington trying to get a score on the LaSalle reserves. Low roller over to Paralak. Ignal. Paralak again. He's going to fake the toss. Paralak cuts in the middle. Paralak dices through traffic, and he runs into a couple of white jerseys. This one's thrown into traffic, and it'll be picked up by Barrington and out of the midst of Tiu as he had it charging through the lane there and just falls out of his stick. Riley slings it to DePalma. Marino spins and looks for someone to go to. He defers over to Connor Perrin. Perrin, he's already scored once, trying to get another one right here, and does. No, he hits the side of the net. My apologies. He did not score. I thought he did too. But that was a good call if he did score. However, still 16-3 game. Here's Ignal. Head, no look pass. What a play. Highlight. Real score for Barrington as it's Ignal finishing it off, or Hope rather, with the second. And it was a free play actually as Nick Ferguson gets called for the penalty, but Colin Hope, his second, he scored, I think he scored 3 here last year in the 18-6 loss. He gets his second of the game here. And it's back to a deficit of a dozen for Barrington. Just under 4 minutes to go, 16-4. This game brought to you once again by Warrior Lacrosse. TU wins the faceoff that time, pokes over to Ignal. And timeout called by the Eagles with 3:17 to go here in this one. 48 seconds left on the power play for Barrington. 16-4. LaSalle in firm control with 3:17 to go. Following the Barrington timeout on the extra man chance, 3:17 to go. Let's see if Barrington can get lucky right here as Ignal will start off with it. Hope swings at the X. TU gives it back up. Good look for Ignal. Gets knocked down. What a defensive play right there, and picked up by Fattori, or by Riley rather. What a play by Tommy Hayes inside. Good look. Shot hits the post. And a big hit on the shot. Second try, they scoop it up and score. It's Hayes, Tommy Hayes, who set it up by picking up the ground ball on the other end. Knocks in the 17th goal for LaSalle today on the Barrington man-up chance. As it's another Hayes goal, but it's Tommy this time. So lead back up to 13. Most it's been is 14. D'Amico back on for a faceoff. He wins another one. Marino trying to add one more. He takes it and he bounces it in. Quincy Marino with his first of the game. Miles Marino has 2, and it's the same score we saw against North Kingston last Friday night, 18-4. With just over 100 ticks to go in this one. So D'Amico, I mean, he was on the last faceoff, not on this one. It's won by the LaSalle anyways. Ferguson turned it over. Here's Hayden Knight. Ignal on the low pass. Barrington trying to add on one more. It was 18-6 the game last year, the only matchup between these two teams a year ago. And that one is turned over. Go out of bounds. Grover Moran will throw in as we're inside the last minute. He'll actually take off himself with it. Lopes. This one is knocked around, 30 seconds left. Fight for it. Flies up in the air. And going to give it back to LaSalle with 20 ticks to go. Hit from behind. So let's see if LaSalle wants to add one more. And it's Christian Connis leading it with 10 seconds, waiting for that whistle. They'll get it, and then they're probably just going to hold it. And it looks like they will just hold it. And LaSalle will improve to 3-0 in league play here in 2024. A 14-goal victory here tonight, 18-4 the final. It's another W in the left side of the column for the Rams as they take care of business again here tonight. So LaSalle 3-1 at home this year, including non-league games. They get another victory in the win column, and they do it in dominating fashion. An 18-4 victory for the second time in 5 days. As that's all she wrote here on Fans Only Sports Network. Tim Duff.